Hello and welcome. This is our second project, and in this project, we are going to create something like this. Alright, let me show you how it works. When I click on the green flag, you will see the sentence, "My name is Anil," appear on the screen. Each word has its own animation, making it more interesting and dynamic. Okay? In this project, we will learn how to create these animations step by step. Okay? Let's get started. All right. Now, before we begin to write the codes, I want to tell you about the coordinate system of the stage in detail. Okay. Now, here I will go to choose a backdrop and scroll down and select the XY grid. Okay. Now, this is how Scratch understands where everything is on the stage. Okay. Now, this and this will not be available, or we will not be using this backdrop every time. But you must imagine this and this to be present every time. Okay. These two lines help us find positions using x and y. Okay. Now I will move this sprite here, and you can see that this point, this position is x0 and y0. Okay. Let me go full screen and you can see it here. This is x0, y0. Okay. So anytime a sprite goes to x0, y0, it goes right to the middle of the stage. Okay. Now let us look at left and right. Left and right is controlled by x. If we move to the right, x becomes positive. If we move to the left of this point, x becomes negative. Okay. So on the right side of this point, x numbers are positive. On the left side of this point, x numbers are negative. Okay. Let me come back and show it to you. So you can see that right now the x, y values of this sprite. Okay. So forget about y right now. Look at the value of x. It is minus 156 because it is to the left of this dot. If I take it here, you can see that the value is minus 161. Here it is minus 77. Here it is minus 36. Okay. To the left of this, x is negative. To the right of this, x is positive. So I will take it to the right and you can see x is positive 65. Here it is plus 157. Of course, the plus symbol is not there. Without the minus sign, it is positive. Okay. So here it is 89. Here it is 160. Meaning to the right of this, all the x values are positive. Okay. Next, let us look at up and down. Up and down is controlled by y. If we go up, if we go above this dot, y becomes positive. If we go below this point, y becomes negative. Okay. So above this, y numbers are positive. Below this, y numbers are negative. Alright. So let me show it to you. You can see that right now it is minus 86y because it is below this dot. So here it is minus 73. Forget about x right now. We concentrate only on y. Minus 73, minus 59, minus 120. And above this dot, y will be positive. So here y is 53, y is 87, y is 101, y is 111, and so on. Okay. Now, this stage has limits. From left to right, x value goes from minus 240 to plus 240. So that means minus 240 is the far left and plus 240 is the far right. Okay. Next, from bottom to top. From bottom to top, y goes from minus 180 to plus 180. Meaning, minus 180 is the bottom and plus 180 is the top. Okay. Now let me show this to you. I will come out of full screen and here I will enter x 240 and I will enter y 0 and you can see the sprite goes all the way to the right side. Now here if I enter minus 240, the sprite goes all the way to the left side. Okay. Now let me change this back to 0. Now I will come to y. Here if I enter minus 180, the sprite goes to the bottom. And here if I enter 180, meaning plus 180, the sprite goes to the top. Okay. So just remember that middle is x0, y0, right is x positive, left is x negative, up is y positive, and down is y negative. Okay. And we use these numbers anytime we want to place or move something on the stage. Okay. That is how we control exactly where things go. Alright. Now, let us proceed to our project. I will delete this and I will choose a different backdrop. Let me select, once again, let me select stars. Okay, let me select stars. Now let us start. First, I will start writing the codes for letter M. Okay, I will start with letter M. So I will click on choose a sprite and here I will scroll down and search for the letter M. Okay, I will start with M and then I will go to Y. First we will finish my. Okay. Now instead of scrolling down to search letters, You can click letters here. Okay, this is also fine. You can click on animals to see only the animals. You can click on people to see people. You can click on letters to see only the letters. You can do this also. Okay, whatever you find easy, follow it. Here I will click on M. Okay, letter M. Now, what do I want to do? I want to animate this letter M. Okay, so how shall we do it? Now, I don't think this backdrop is good. So let me change it to something light. Okay, let me select blue sky. Okay, yeah, I think this is good. Okay, now M. What I want to happen is, first, M should appear at the center. Okay, and then it has to go to this position. Okay, so here in events, I will drag when flag clicked and drop it. I will zoom it so that you can see better. Okay, when flag is clicked, what should happen? I want the letter M to go to the center. Okay, so in motion, I will select go to XY and I will lock it here. I will enter 0 and 0 here. Okay, so when I click on the flag button, letter M will go to X0, Y0. Okay, wherever it may be, but it will start from X0, Y0. So let me click on the green flag and see the effect. So you can see that it went to X0, Y0. I will move it here and click on the green flag, and you can see that the letter M moves to X0, Y0. Okay. Now what should happen? Now after it goes to X0, Y0, it has to go to this position. Okay. Now what is this position? Position is nothing but X and Y values. Correct? So we will note down the X and Y values of this position. Here it is X minus 197 and Y 118. Okay. We will do one thing. We will round this off. So I will say minus 200 and Y I will say 120. Okay. So this would be the position where I want letter M to go from X0, Y0. Okay. So what should I do? I have to select glide 1 seconds to X minus 200, Y 120. Okay. So I will lock it here. So what I am saying here is, when the green flag is clicked, go to X0, Y0, and then in 1 second, okay, in 1 second, slide from X0, Y0 to X minus 100, Y 120. Okay, that is what I am saying here. So let me run this and check if everything is fine. So you can see it starts from X0, Y0, then it glides to X minus 200 and Y 120. And the gliding happens in 1 second. Okay. If you want to delay or if you want to slow down the gliding process, change this to 2 or 3. Let me change it to 3, and you can see that the letter M slowly glides to X minus 200 and Y 120. Okay, so you can do that by changing this value. I am fine with 1 second, so I will change it back to 1 second. Okay, so now it is fine. All right, next I will select the letter Y. I will click on letters here and I will click on Y. Okay, so now we have our second sprite Y. All right, now I want to write codes for this. Now you can see that when I click this, the letter M appears here. It means that these codes are for this sprite. Okay, and when I click this, the Y appears here, meaning whatever codes I write here will belong to letter Y. Okay, so make sure to click on the sprite before writing the codes for it. Okay, now what do I want to do with Y? I want the same effect that I have here for letter M to be for letter Y. But Y should go from x0, y0 to, let us say, this point. Okay, what point is that? Let us round this off. It is x minus 120 and y 120 once again. Okay, I think this is fine, or 125. Let us keep 125. So is this fine? I think there is a little more gap between M and Y. So let us change this. Okay, let us keep 30. Okay, so x minus 130 and y 125. Okay, so I want the letter Y to go from the center to Y. All right, now look what I do. I will click on M. I want the same 3 blocks in Y. And so instead of dragging and dropping the 3 blocks, I will copy these 3 blocks from M to Y. And to do that, all you have to do is drag by clicking on when flag clicked and drop it on Y. Okay, so what you have to do is click, hold the mouse button, drag and leave the mouse button when the mouse pointer is on Y. Okay, so now we have the same codes in Y. So this is M, okay, this is M and this is Y. All right, now let us see what happens when we click on the green flag. When we click on the green flag, both M and Y start from the same x0, y0 and go to the same x minus 200 and y 120. Right? But we do not want this. The x and y of the Y letter is different. And so we have to change it here. Okay? So here the x value should be minus 130 and y let it be 120. Okay, the x of this is minus 200, y is 120, x of this is minus 130 and y is 120. Okay, now let me click on the green flag and see the effect. Once again, you can see it is fine. Okay, now this is good. All right, so this is about M and Y. Now let us proceed to name. Okay. Now let us bring in the letters N, A, M, E. I will click on letters and I will select N and I will select A. Let me select A and I will select M and I will select letters E. Okay, so I have N, A, M, E. Now where I want N, A, M, E is here. Okay, N, A, M, E. Yeah. All right. So I want NAME to be here. Now I will not use any x and y coordinates because I will not make these letters move from some place. Okay. Right now I have fixed their positions and I will keep the same. Okay. I will just animate them. That's all. All right. So let us do that. Now I will start by clicking on N. So we are writing codes for N. I will go to events and select when flag clicked. Okay. When flag is clicked, I want this letter N to be hidden. Okay, I do not want this to be showed. So I will go to looks and drag hide and lock it here. Okay. So let us check this. When flag is clicked, hide. I will click on the flag and you can see letter N is hidden. Okay. Next, I want it to appear, but not right after I press the green flag. I want it to wait for a few seconds before appearing. And so I will go to control and use wait 1 seconds block. Okay. But I will not use 1 seconds here. Let me use 3 seconds. Okay. I will check the effect later. So I will wait 3 seconds before appearing. So I will go back to looks and drag show and attach it here. Okay. Now let me click on the green flag. Yes. So what happens? Forget about my, okay. Concentrate only on N. See what happens. First it disappears. Then after 3 seconds, the letter N appears. Right? So I do not want it to be 3 seconds. So let me change it to 2 seconds. Okay. Now let me click on the flag and N. Okay. So this takes 1 second and after that the letter N appears. Right? Yes. So this is it. This is it. I want the same effects for A, M and E. So I will copy these to this and this. Okay. I will click, drag and drop it on A. So make sure to drop it on A. Don't drop it on Y or M. Okay. Drop it on A. Okay. And we have the codes here. Now here, before I change, let me show you how it is. I click on green flag. Now both N and A appear at the same time. Now here I will change it to 2.5. I want the letter N to appear first and then not 22.5, 2.5. And then I want the letter A to appear. Okay. So let me click on the green flag and you can see letter N appears and then A appears. Okay. Next, I want the same effect for M and so I will drag this and drop it on M. Okay. Now we have the same effect on M, and here I will change it to 3. Okay. Let me run this, and you can see NAM. Okay. And I want the same on E, and here I will change it to 3.5. 3.5. Okay. So now let me run this, and yes, the effect is ready. Okay. So the coding of name is done. Next, let us proceed to ease. Okay. All right. Now let me bring in the letters I and S. I will choose a sprite, click on letters, and what do we select? Let me select this letter, okay, I. And then I will select is, yes, okay. So I and yes. So let me, yeah, the position of I and yes should be like this. All right. Now, what effect do I want for I and yes? I want growing effect for I, meaning the size should increase from small to big. Okay. Now let us do that. I will go to events and click on when flag clicked. Okay. Right now the size is 100%. Okay. But when flag is clicked, I want it to start from a smaller size. Okay. So let me go to looks and select set size to. Okay. I will use this block. I will attach it here and click on this and enter 10%. Okay. Now let me click on this and see the result. So you can see the letter I is very small. Okay, 10%. So let me change it to 20. Okay. So 20 is okay, I guess, or 30. Okay. So 30 is fine. Okay, I will set it to 30. Okay. When flag is clicked, the size of this will be set to 30%. All right. Next, what should happen? The size should increase slowly. Okay. For that, I will go to control and drag in repeat. Okay. I want to repeat something, let us say 10 times. Okay, I will keep this 10 itself. And what should happen? The size should increase, right? So I will go to looks and I will select change size by. Okay, here I have used set size to. Now I am selecting change size by. Okay, so here I will drag and drop it. Now let me see what happens. I'll click on the green flag and concentrate only on I. Okay, I'll click on the green flag and I increases to 130. Why 130? We set it to 30 initially, then changed by 10% 10 times. So the size becomes 130 in the end. Okay. Now, when I click on the green flag, you can see all the effects are happening at the same time. Now I do not want this to happen. I want the growing of this to be delayed. So I will go to control and drag wait 1 seconds and then put it in between this and this. Okay. So what I'm saying here is when green flag is clicked, set the size to 30% and then probably wait, let us say 6 seconds and then increase the size. Okay. So let me run this now and you can see my name and then after 8 seconds this will grow. Okay. So the 6 seconds. So the 6 seconds is a bit more. So let us change it to 4 and see the effect. So my name is I. Okay. Now this is fine. See, now what I want to do is, see that when I click on the green flag, the I is visible here, right? I do not want this. I want it to be hidden in the beginning. Okay. So what I will do is, I will go to looks and drag hide and set it here. Okay. And only after 4 seconds, it has to appear. Okay. So I will show it after 4 seconds. All right. And then increase the size. Now let us see the effect. So now I is not visible and after 4 seconds I is visible. Okay, and it grows in size. Now, can I slow down the growing of I? Yes. To do that, I have to wait a few seconds before changing the size. Okay, so let us do that. Let me go to control and bring in wait. Okay, I will put the wait here and change it to 0.5 seconds. Okay, now let me run this and you can see the I grows slowly. Okay, now I think 0.5 is too much. Let me change it to 0.2 and let me run this and see if it is fine. Okay, this is okay, or I will change it to 1 and run, or maybe I will delete it also. Okay, yeah, I think this is fine. Wait for 0.1 seconds and then repeat. Okay, so this is fine. Next, I want the same for letter S, and so I will drag this entire block and drop it on yes. So the same thing is copied here. Now let us run this and see the effect. My name is. Okay, so this is fine. All right, so we have completed 3 words now. Next, let us animate our names. Okay, all right, let me now animate my name. Okay, my name is Manjunath, which is very long. So here I will select a small name. Okay, you can use your own name, long or short. All right, so here I will select A and N and I and L. Okay, Anil. So the letters are A n, where is this n? Yes, okay. What had happened was this was clicked, okay. This is to hide a sprite. So I clicked on show to show it, okay. All right, Anil. Yes. Now, what animation do I want to do with Anil? I want all the letters to be here, okay, on the right side. And after some seconds, I want the letters to glide from here to this position, okay. That is what I want to do. Now, let us check the x and y values here. So it is around 220 and minus 100. Okay, it is around that value. All right. So now let us start by dragging when flag clicked. Okay. When flag is clicked, I want the letter to be hidden. So I will go to looks and I will drag hide. Okay. So I will click on the green flag and you can see the letter A is hidden. Okay. Next, I want the letter to be at this position. So I will select go to. Okay, go to. What was the value here? X 219, Y minus 96. Let me round it off to 220 and minus 100. Okay. So what happens is when I click on the green flag, letter A will be hidden and it will go to this value. Okay. Next, what should happen? This animation should complete. This should complete. This should complete. After these three words are formed fully, A should glide from here till here. Meaning, the letter A has to wait for a few seconds before it glides to this point. And so, I will go to control and drag and drop and attach this. I want it to wait for, let us say, 7 seconds. Okay, 7 seconds before showing up. Okay, now let me click on the green flag. You can see my is done, name is done, is done, and then A appears. Okay, 7 seconds is too much, I think. So let me give 6. Okay, so it shows after 6 seconds. Next, what should happen? It has to glide from here to this point. Okay, now let us note down the x and y values. Now I want you to notice one thing here. Let me go to motion. Okay, notice the glide block. Look at the x and y values here. It is minus 93 and minus 105. Look at the values here. They are the same, correct? Minus 93 minus 105. Meaning, when we change it here, the values get updated here also. Okay, minus 167, minus 167, minus 15, minus 15. Okay, the values get updated here also. All right, that is one thing to remember. Now, where do I want it? I want it to be at, let us say, x90 and y, or let me keep the y same. Okay, minus 100. So let it be 100 itself, and x, let it be minus 100? Is it fine? Minus 100. Yes, I think this is fine. Okay, so I want it to glide to x minus 100 and y minus 100. Okay, now let me look at the result. So my is done, name is done, is done, and a comes here. Good. All right. Next, or the coding of a is done. Okay. Next, for n, I will drag this and drop it on n. Okay. Now for n, what changes is the x value. Okay, the y value remains the same. Now if I keep the same x and y value as that of a, see what happens. I will run this and you can see that both a and n come to the same x and y value. See, this is not what I want. I want n to be in a different x. So here I will change it to, let us say, minus 80. Is it okay? Let me click on the green flag. No. So let me move this and see. Okay. So minus 35. Minus 35. So minus 35 would be fine. So I will enter minus 35 here. Okay. Let me run this. And my name is, yes, so this is good. Okay, now let me do the same for I and L. I will drag and leave it on I. And where do I want I? I want I at x 30. Okay, so I will change this to 30. Okay, let me run this. All right, so it is working fine. And finally, for the letter L, I have dragged it here and L should be at x 90. Okay, so let me change it to 90. All right, yes. So let me run this. And it is fine. Okay, so is here. The position of is not at the center, so let me change it. Okay, let it be a little bit here and little bit here. Okay, so let me click on the green flag. My name is Anil. All right, so we have successfully completed the project. Okay, now before we end this video, I want to show you how to save your project. Okay, save our project. So here our project, this project is named untitled by default. Okay, so I can change this. I will change it to name. Okay, and I will click on file and save now. Okay, so it says that the project is saved. All right, and this project will be available for me to look at in the project page. Okay, to go to the project page, you can click on see project page. Okay, this is the project page. All right, now I will click back and now I will click on this. Okay, so if I click on this, it will take me to my stuff where the projects that I have created will be saved. So I had saved this. Okay, I had saved this a few seconds ago, right? So that is available here. You can click on see inside to see the codes. All right. Yes. I hope it is clear.